So we've come just a little bit further along than we did last time. As you can see in the background, we've got the clouds actually moving, and they can move at different rates, which is really cool. And there is a way to set it so that once they reach over a certain point, like say off screen, they will then essentially teleport from one side to the other, again off screen, so that way it can come in a looped manner. I'm not sure how to get that part to repeat yet. I'm thinking that maybe that comes later. And then of course you can also do other things. Like you can add randomizers, like they're at different heights and different sizes and stuff like that. So, and then like a variation of speeds. So now, I mean, my game won't look anything like this because again, these are all just tutorial assets. So whatever I put in is going to be totally different. And then what we got over here is these are teleporters that are set when you jump. Oh, you gotta be in just the right spot, and you'll go to the other one. So you can see over here on the 3D. Let me just zoom in a bit. On the 3D one here, you can see him go from one side to the other, which is really cool. You can also set it so like you just walk up to it and you go through rather than having a button input. Yeah, so I think when I do something like this, I would probably want it to be a specific action button, because if you'll notice, you're using the jump button and he immediately jumps when he gets to the other side, and that's not so desirable for me. But yeah, and then I'm debating whether or not I want to show some concept art. I've got a couple of concept art ideas floating around. I'm just doing really rough sketches, and I do mean rough sketches of one of the horror enemies. Because where there's going to be different worlds in this game, each world's going to have kind of a different theme. Like the first world would be kind of maybe your standard foresty kind of world. Mario 1-1. That type of environment. Obviously not the same. But then as you progress through the game, it's gonna get it's gonna have its ups and downs, its highs and lows. Going from maybe sort of a sci-fi portion, and then there's going to be a really like a horror section. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll add it to the end of this video or not, and the reason why is because, well, I don't want to spill too much candy in the lobby, if you know what I mean. Something else I wanted to talk about real quick, aside from talking about things like sketches and concept art and my general plans for the game. I was watching a video earlier, and it was talking about advice for game developers, and one of the pieces of advice that they talked about is not being too ambitious with a project. And that one, I got to be honest, I found a little bit worrisome, because this is a really ambitious project. Like if you understood half the things that I was planning on doing, like at some point I was planning on doing dev vlogs about different voiceover effects and things like that. Like I'm even thinking about there's one thing in particular that I'm thinking about, like actually doing my own sound effects for certain things. And yeah, like this game is going to be really quite involved. Like if my vision really comes to light here, there's going to be so many things involved with it. Like I'm really hoping that people will play this game and say, holy shit, this was the guy's first game, like this was his first project. But it is concerning though, because if I'm going to be completely honest for a moment, yeah, I am worried that I'm going to end up being too ambitious with this project, because if I ended up being too ambitious and for whatever reason it didn't go through, that would be it would be a real shame if my ambition killed this project. I really don't want that to be the case. At the same time, I really don't want to compromise my vision. So I'm struggling to figure out how exactly I deal with that. So I guess, you know, besides writing down my ideas, I don't know, maybe I also need to rank things according to priority. Like maybe I need to just, you know, have a list of things that I'm okay if they get cut out. I suppose there's one thing in particular that I am, you know, ready to cut out if necessary. I would like it to be possible for you to be able to customize your character, like being able to change, you know, different facial features and hairstyles, clothing, and you know, skin tone and accessories and stuff like that. Maybe even the build of the character. But anyway, if for some reason that's just too challenging, I may end up having to cut that out. I really don't want to, though, because I think it could be a part of the game that people really enjoy. Like I was thinking about Wings of V and how the character is, you know, your character is so customizable, and you know, I was watching other people's streams, and it's so interesting to always see that, you know, somebody's streaming that game and it's like no V looks the same. You know, they're all different because everybody, you know, changed it to suit their needs. I thought that was really cool, and I'm hoping I can do something like that. Now, that one in particular may not be that bad now that I think of it, because the next tutorial, likely what my next vlog video is going to be about, is a character selection. So being able to pick between multiple characters, which will also in turn you know, teach me how to make a user interface, which is really good. Like to me, that's a huge step. You know, like that's like, you know, pause menu or you know, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm thinking that a character selection may not be that far off from, you know, from a technical sense, may not be that far off from choosing from different accessories. It might be kind of similar. Yeah, we'll just have to see. But anyway, that's it for this indie game dev vlog, and I will see you in the next video.